China is more dangerous now than ever. And that's because people underestimate China. You know, China is not really afraid to invade other countries. And one thing that I find funny is how everyone talks about how China is such a peaceful nation. All these shills, right? These Chinese nationalists, the Wu Mao, they tell you constantly how China is just such a peaceful nation and that the Western world is just in chaos and we're destroying everything and our people are dying and that we're killing people all the time. Yet, that's just not true. They always want to tell you that China's never invaded, that China has never done anything bad. Yet, of course, you can just look at the dynasty days where Chinese people literally slaughtered each other for 5,000 years. But we can ignore that. Let's talk about just the last, 70 years. We know that in 1959, they had the Tibet thing, 50 to 53, Korea, 1962, India, 1979, Vietnam, and even just recently, issues with India again. But there's a huge list of wars and altercations that you can find on the internet that China has had with other countries. China is not the most peaceful nation in the world like they would like for you to believe. Especially when you consider the fact that they pretty much threaten Taiwan every other week. If they're so peaceful, why are they threatening war on Taiwan every other week? We now know that they're kicking people out, that they're taking a lot of the English down in China and, of course, just putting the signs back up in Chinese. They've worked towards ending any Western influence in China in the education system with foreigners. It's harder now than ever to get a business visa there. They're not giving out any visas really for teachers very much. The whole training center situation is done in China. And on top of it, you have Russia invading Ukraine. Russia, a country that also wants to expand its borders just like China. Now, I don't think that China directly supports militarily, of course, Russia at this point. But I think that, of course, they're going to continue to funnel money into Russia for the Ukraine invasion. Now, that's pretty dangerous all on its own. But, of course, I think only time will tell about China and when it's ready to invade other countries. Because they definitely do want to expand their borders, just like Russia is doing now. China, again, is more dangerous than they have ever been before. The world cannot be fooled by China any longer. It is time for all of the Western companies to leave China like they're doing in Russia. They must leave. We must, of course, start doing business in other countries. We can no longer finance China through our consumerism. We cannot purchase oil or resources from this country. We can no longer pass on our technologies to China. We must be smarter because China is more dangerous than ever right now. But the other situation is that they're only going to get stronger. And the reason for that is quite simple because, as I said, I don't think that China really is going to militarily support Russia in this Ukraine thing. I don't think that they want to. China knows very well that a war right now against NATO, that a war against America would not end well for them. And it would stop any progression that they have made over the past 70 years towards becoming the strongest nation in the world. China is very ambitious. We cannot forget that. We cannot underestimate them for that. And that's the thing. China has made strides. They really have. They've done a lot of things to improve their country. But the one thing that they haven't done yet is improve their military enough. But I think that they're going to be working on that. I think that they want nothing more than to take the islands from Japan. They want nothing more than to take land from Vietnam and to expand China out. They want nothing more than to control Tibet, than to control Mongolia. They want nothing more than to take pieces of India and control things. This is what China wants to do. And again, with you seeing Russia doing these things, why not? They probably feel as if they can get away with it now more than ever. because you look at the Western world, and the Western world is actually not sending a very good message to China. The thing to do would be to tell China that they are not just staying out of it, that by purchasing oil from Russia, because let's remember now, China wants to be a part of the big boys. They want to be a part of the UN. They want to be a part of the world, right? But they're supporting Russia. Is that something a peaceful nation would do? Support another country that's invading another country? To me, that doesn't seem like something a peaceful nation would do. A peaceful nation doesn't support chaos. A peaceful nation doesn't support another nation that bombs schools, that bombs civilian apartment complexes. Why is China supporting Russia if it's a peaceful nation? Because obviously it's not. It's not a peaceful nation. Never was, not 6,000 years ago, not 5,000 years ago. Chinese people were killing each other then. China, since it became a country, has had multiple wars, multiple incursions with other countries. Even though it's a new country, China's not even an old country. You have to remember that the government of China is not even as old as the government in America. It's a new country, and they've already been in multiple wars. Again, China is more dangerous than ever, and it is time that the world stops underestimating them. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.